Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amorbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salah. Okay,
right.
So let's get on with the show now. This is what the show looks like today. We will be talking about the World Cup qualifier between Nigeria and Cameroon, and the Super Eagles are edging closer to that very important ticket for Russia. All they have to do today is beat Cameroon in Yaoundé and hope Zambia drop points against Algeria.
You think that doesn't happen? I think they're almost there. Just win, and you join the likes of Brazil, Russia, Japan, Iran.
We'll talk about it later on, right?
Yeah. Down to the wire, talking about Plateau United and MFM. They will battle for the sole ownership, or rather the title of Nigerian Professional Football League next week. We're going to see if it's going to Plateau United winning the title or MFM. Right now, it's all for Plateau United to lose because the next game is going to be at home.
Yeah.
MFM away from home, and they're 2 points. Or just a point.
Just a point.
Just a point, but massive goal difference.
Yeah, so match day 38 can't come soon enough. Still on the show.
Okay, still on the show. US Open, yes, that's where we'll go next. And of course, you have Maria Sharapova. Well, this end of the road for her. She had a fantastic run. The fans loved her, but then most of our team, our colleagues, just doesn't really like her. But then she's out. She's out of the US Open, so she'll be back next year for this season.
Who else is out?
Okay,
Gabin Muguruza is out as well too. Yeah,
that's
very interesting. But we have to start with Maria Sharapova because she is the biggest draw on the WTA tour now in the absence of Serena Williams. Congratulations to Serena, by the way. But Maria Sharapova is end of the road for her at the US Open. That's because she lost to Latvia's Sevastova. That was a very, very tight affair. That's Sharapova there. A bit of issue with her finger, but that wasn't the reason why she lost on this game. She lost to the better player on the night.
Anastasia Sevastova, she was just on form because Maria Sharapova won the first set 7-5, but that was even difficult for her to win.
It was a close
the next one 6-4, 6-2. I mean, so it was more like a clinical one. Well, I was thinking after upsetting Simona Halep and all that, she would be able to carry on that run because Simona Halep happens to be one of the biggest ladies on tour right now. But upsetting her and getting to lose to Sevastova, I mean, lady ranked seeded 13 in this tournament. So I was thinking, okay, maybe she was already getting tired because she didn't really have much warm-up tournament prior to the US Open. So
you have to consider those factors. She was away for a long time, especially when it comes to the Grand Slams. And for her to have gotten this far, I think it's commendable. But I imagine she's very disappointed as well because when you lose, no disrespect to Anastasia Sevastova, she's a good player as well too. But Maria Sharapova, especially after winning the first set, you'd have expected her to consolidate and go on to win the second set and just wrap it all up in 2 sets. But it wasn't meant to be for her on the day. That's the end of the road for her. It's a long road, very long road. She's ranked so lowly now, 146th in the world. So if you're looking at based on rankings alone, that we shouldn't really say this is an upset now because
we're looking at the fact that she has won 5 Grand Slams already.
Yeah,
that's what we're looking at, and also the fact that she is a big name when it comes to the US Open. She has won at this championship before, so she's a former winner and also 5-time Grand Slam champion. So that's what we're looking at. And also the fact that she upset Simona Halep also. So I will consider it like an upset,
Okay, fair enough. But
because of the name, Maria Sharapova.
But let's not take any credits away from Anastasia Sevastova, who's in the round of 16 now. She gets to play in the quarterfinals, she gets to play Sloane Stephens.
Sloane Stephens,
what's going on with her?
I think she actually went down with injury and all that. She's ranked 60-something in the world right now. I remember there was a time she was in top 20 in the world and all, but being back.
Big fan of her,
this is the first time she's going to be getting to the quarterfinals of the US Open. She's never been to the quarterfinals of the US Open, and also if she gets to win, well, she can just 2 more games before she gets to the final to be her first final Grand Slam.
Interesting. So that's it. That's it for Maria Sharapova. Let's still talk about another player that was, for me, arguably the biggest upset so far in the competition. Gabin Muguruza, Wimbledon champion, is also out. But if you look at who she lost to, that's Petra Kvitova, then you start to think, okay, perhaps...
You call it an upset because Petra Kvitova...
Is it an upset, really?
13, she's ranked, and not only that, the fact that, remember,
she's
that injury...
coming back
from injury, so she hadn't really played much. She had played just May this year. She hasn't played much games, and she is Wimbledon champion, don't forget. So that's
So I'm correct.
So, and if she had gotten to the final of this and Pliskova lose her somewhere along the way, she's a potential world number one.
So I'm correct. It's an upset, actually.
Very
So
correct.
I'll stick to our set stuff of this particular discussion. Yeah, Petra Kvitova with a she actually
I don't know how
had
she
to
did
fight.
it. I mean, she was 4-1 down in the first set before turning it around with some strong serves, a powerful forehand, and before you know it, where Muguruza was like, okay, this is the end. And the fact that there was really not much fight for Muguruza, 7-6, 6-3, that final one was just so cool. I'm happy for her because this is a lady who felt she may never be able to play tennis again. You remember that
the knife attack
she had and all that, and coming back in May, and right now she is in the quarterfinals. She couldn't have thought about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially when her career was on the line just a few months ago, and for her to get to the quarterfinals of the US Open is very commendable. That's Petra Kvitova. Let's take our post-match reactions now.
So many people who follow the sport know what you've been through. How would you describe the journey from last December to a moment like this?
I don't think that I can find the right words. I mean, it was a difficult time. All 5 months was very, very tough. And, you know, it was just journey which I didn't know how the journey will end. And if it's ending here on the big stage, it's just a happy end.
Very delighted and relieved, Petra Kvitova. She goes on to face Venus Williams in the quarterfinals of Flushing Meadows. And Venus Williams, amazing season she's having so far. No one would have ever thought Venus, at this stage of her career, will be getting really deep at Grand Slam tournaments. But that's exactly what she's doing because she took care of Carla Suarez Navara just yesterday as well to progress to the last 8 of the US Open. Cecilia, are you surprised in any way by what Venus is doing?
I am, because
I mean, it's incredible.
It's incredible. At 37, and you know, her style of play is still the same. Her strength is still the same, and all that. When she lost the second set, I was afraid for her because sometimes when you push Venus Williams so